Yeah, what were your first impressions of Ryan Kent?
Good. I mean, it was a perfect day for him.
Yeah.
Cloudy, rainy, small-sided games, quick touches, good in front of goal. We planned that.
Craig said that his fitness was better than expected. How would you assess that?
From a testing perspective, yes, but he hasn't played in a while, so we'll make sure we're being prudent. That's the word I want to use, to make sure that we don't put him at risk for any injuries, but he'll be fine.
If it wasn't for the paperwork issue, and you had to guess, how long out would he be in terms of being able to get on the field?
We don't know that yet because today was his first real day. Give me a week, and then we'll see. But look, if his paperwork comes through fast, he'll be on the field.
From looking at Ryan Kent's highlights and everything you've seen from him in the months
Those are
leading up to
highlights.
this, yes. What do you like of his skills?
Well, good dribbler. Obviously had some really, really, really good seasons at Rangers. And, you know, he's going to be a talented attacking player.
How do you onboard him in the sense of making, having him understand your schemes and what you like? Is that
He was in the
different
film room
coaches?
this morning.
Is anybody getting like him on
Yeah, we gave him some of our games to watch. He was in the film room this morning, and he'll pick it up quickly. He's a smart kid.
What have you seen in terms of personality, in chemistry with you, with the group in general senses?
I mean, when we had him here, he got along well. Him and Albert were talking. They crossed paths. He was there at lunch and in the building, so it was good. He was fine.
Ryan, does he bring the courage you've been looking for?
We have courageous players. Paul was pretty courageous. Georgie's pretty courageous.
Does he bring more of the attacking style?
Absolutely.
You need the three people
For
you want
sure.
in the box.
For sure. We need to score more goals, yes.
And then, Brian, you're making it tough on me. His ability to go from left to right, because
We don't know yet. He prefers the left. Yeah.
And is he? Oh, sorry.
Go,
I was
Jada.
just going to say, saw Jordan out there a
Yeah,
little
he's getting
bit.
closer, but still a ways away.
Oh.
We're cautious with him, prudent with him.
Pedro as well.
Yeah, he was out there.
And I thought we saw the subs go in early. Is everything good with?
He's fine. Just some aches and look. He got smashed by the goalkeeper. He's dealing with a little bit of bumps and bruises.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
With Baker Whiting, it seems like he's back in full training, and he's blessed or cursed with being able to play multiple positions. Where do you see him fitting on the team when he comes into the team?
Where he's been playing so far, I like him on the left. Whether that's left back, left wing back, left wing in a 4-2-3-1.
But it seems like he has a lot more players ahead of him right now.
Well, competition is fierce now in this team, and that's a good thing.
Brian, you said Pedro and Jordan are out there. Has their timeline you gave us moved up? Are they still on schedule, or where are we at with that?
On the original timeline, unless they get through 2 full weeks of hard training all in, then maybe I might change my mind.
Speaking of positions, where do you you guys don't really play with out and out wingers right now.
Closest thing, Georgie's a winger.
So you feel like Ryan fits what you guys are currently using?
Yeah. Well, we could go back to 4-2-3-1. Could work. I mean, we looked pretty good in the second half. We had a winger on the left.
Speaking of that second half, I wanted to get your take on. You mentioned maybe going over the film and seeing how well Masowski did do in that second half. Did anything add on to
I
what
think
you
the whole
already said?
team deserves credit for the second half. It was a tactical move, but just whether they ran out a little steam, they were ahead 1-0, they were more cautious, more tentative. Our guys were going to lift the performance because they knew they didn't play as well as they could in the first half. I think there was a combination of things, but Danny was certainly well involved with all of that.
And from your standpoint, knowing the profile that Ferreira was coming into your team, what do you feel like has delayed or maybe not made his adaptation is quick for him to be a 9 for your system?
Played pretty good. Oh, you're talking about as a 9 specifically?
As a 9 specifically, yeah.
Well, he's always been kind of a tweener. I mean, is he a real number 9? Is it number 10? He's always in between. So that's gonna, just let's see what happens.
Ryan, going back to the second half tactical change, was it because you had somebody in front of the center backs, Masovsky? Was that part of the tactical change that created
Down a
the
goal. I wanted to get another attacking guy in the field.
But I mean, his positioning was advanced, it looked like.
Well, he's a center forward. Masowski.
But he was right next to the center backs.
You talking about Masowski?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what he's supposed to do. He was doing his job in a really good way.
Obviously, Ryan Kent's been a veteran who's played a lot of other places. What can he do for a guy, let's say, like Georgie coming up, a young kid through the system to,
It's a little early for that, Jackson. Let's let him get settled in before he becomes a coach. They can all learn. They can all learn by watching him. Maybe that was your point.
Yeah.
Good habits. He's played at a high level. I'm sure they'll have stories and conversations. So let's see if some of that rubs off. But we've got a lot of veteran players on this team.
He was a player that Craig said you guys had been sort of keeping an eye on for a while. And I don't know if when you first found out that he was a player that might be joining you, or was he a player that you wanted them to target? How would you sort of describe your thought process of sort of finding out about it?
When they bring players to me, I look at them and I give them my opinion. My opinion is the kid's super talented. He's at the right age. He's got a lot of experience, and he's going to help us win games.
In that same regard, what about the fact that they kind of went for a player that has a very high potential, but obviously hasn't played in a while, opposed to maybe bringing a player that had been playing more minutes and maybe
with the transfer windows, the timings, our league, and all of the stuff that Craig has to deal with on a daily basis, he's a steal. Kudos to Craig.